Hello, everyone. This is Linda Drummond with Network in Action. And today I have the privilege of speaking with Robyn Craig. Hi, Robyn.
Hi, Linda.
So, Robyn, let's begin by telling everyone your company name and what you do.
So my company is First National Bank, and I'm a vice president, I'm a branch manager, and I oversee the consumer as well as the small business. And we opened in December of 2020 in the middle of the pandemic.
Ah, my goodness.
I
Well,
know.
great testament, though. 5 years later, you're still going.
hmm
All right. So, now then, how did you get into the banking industry?
I saw an ad when my daughter was little for help at uh, basically it was First Union. And I was the location was great, and I ended up I was getting the position, but after growing for a while, and then one merger with another bank, they bought another bank. I forgot who it was, but in any event, uh, I was able to get investment licenses and it just really learn and understand a lot more than I had previously. I was getting exposure to investments. I didn't love the investment piece of it though. I would rather lend people money. But that position, the first position, I went from just being a platform person to an assistant manager to the manager, and then I got the investment licenses. But I didn't stick with that. I got back into lending, and at other banks, I felt like I was losing the connection with my customer. So, for example, you need a commercial real estate loan, and I have to refer it to somebody, and then you're with them. I thought this is crazy, and they didn't have a lot of business banker positions. So when First National uh, first approached me, it was a different. You learn so much about interviewing, and it's your job to interview them as well. And that's what I did. And I found out that I would have a lending limit, of course, and a business partner. But now, I can do business lines of credit, commercial real estate, medical practice loans, vehicles, equipment, all of that, which I would just have had to have passed on. So that's a big reason why I came here.
Oh, awesome. All right. So now then, obviously you've been in banking for a while. Would you mind sharing a success story with us?
We have a customer here, and he had a line of credit for his company, and obviously the checking account. The checking account, though, he was only using for the auto pay to get the rate, and it was just putting money in, and it was going to the then credit line to the uh, checking account here, and eventually over to his payroll and operating accounts at another bank. And we had talked about it, and my theory is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if you find yourself in a position where you're tired of calling 800 numbers, and you have a situation on a Friday evening, you can't get in touch with anybody, they're closed on Saturday, you have my cell phone number. So if there's anything you need, but I didn't really push to move over here because at that time, it wasn't easy. Now things are easier now. You have basically apps and on the computer, and you can just move what you need to move over if you have, like, bill pay set up and that sort of thing. But then it was just, and this was only 3 years ago. So he was texting me from overseas, and he needed to get money from his line of credit over to the other bank so he could meet payroll. What I did was explain to him that even if I transfer from the line of credit, how is he going to get it over there? And also, his internet was down. That was one of the reasons too. But he still would have gotten stuck trying to transfer the money to another bank. So I offered him the option of giving me the bank account numbers and other things that I might need, and I would cut a cashier's check, pay for it with the credit line, take it over to the other bank, and he was perfectly happy doing that. But he was so happy because the deposit went in on Thursday, his employees got paid on Friday, and I'm not sure if he felt guilty or he just liked the fact that, oh my gosh, I actually have a banker instead of a bank, and I call and they can resolve the problem for me. So in any event, he moved the operating and the payroll over here, and that was the success piece of it.
Absolutely. What a great success story. So now, Robin, would you tell me what do you consider a good referral for you? Who are you looking for?
Well, I know this is kind of broad, but you know, anyone who you ask the question, who's your banker? And they answer the name of the bank. Like, but who exactly is it that you work with, that you call, your contact person? And if it's not somebody at the bank, eh, you're going to end up calling those 800 numbers. And if you work with me, you're not going to have to do that. So uh, that's what I consider then is any business owner who has a bank but not a banker and has some kind of need, or there's a merger and they got bought side of the merger and things are really difficult and they can't get anybody to help them. Or during the pandemic, I had left another bank obviously to come here, and we started those PPP loans. And when I left and they had problems and they called me, even though I was here now at First National, I helped, walk them through it, or at least be able to find the contact person to put them together over there. So I guess this is a short story long. Any business owner, they could be a landscaper which needs equipment or needs the trucks to go from place to place to, do his work. It could be a dentist who, whether he wants to rent space or buy space, we can help with the commercial real estate piece. And I do like doctors and dentists because we can go up to 100% on what they're looking for. But we can do the build out and the equipment, put a line of credit behind it if they need it. But like I said, that could be the same for any business owner, a HVAC, an auto mechanic, on the lending side, commercial real estate, vehicles, and equipment. But on the deposit side, uh, some companies still get a lot of checks, for example. And what they would like to have is a scanner. So they basically have their own teller office in their office. And our new business first account would allow them, if they have a $50,000 monthly average balance, which is different than daily, okay, and average, okay, uh, we waive the fee. If they don't keep that in there, it's $85 a month. Now you might think $85 a month, well, that covers all treasury management services. So if they need cash vault services, that's in there. If they need the scanner, that's in there. And the scanner alone at most banks is going to be $75 a month. It doesn't matter what kind of account you have. If you need the scanner equipment, they're going to charge you for it. So we just add another $10, give them the option if you want to keep a $50,000 average balance or not. And they have all the services they need from treasury management. So I think mine is a broad, but there's so many people that could give me referrals. A financial advisor could give me a referral for a business owner, or since I oversee the consumer, a financial planner, yeah, financial advisor. I guess they all have different titles, but maybe they're doing some investments and their client is a little worried with with the stock market, with the fluctuations, and depending on so many other circumstances. If they want to be comfortable, the financial advisors will send them to me so they can do a home equity line of credit for emergency purposes. Uh,
All
let's
right.
see, CPAs, business brokers, merger and acquisition, mortgage companies, commercial real estate, which I've already said. So there's a lot of we kind of fit in everywhere. And one of the things I like to do if we're working with someone on a loan, get their CPA involved and the financial advisor involved. So we all know each other and the customer has her all of her admins in one place and on the same page.
Sure. Sure. All right. So tell me, Robyn, when you are not helping everybody with all of their banking needs and services and loans, what do you like to do for fun?
Well, I like to eat, so I like to try new restaurants. Uh, I also like Pilates, so I'm very anxious to get back into that after my surgeries last year. So I get a doctor note to clear me to say he's okay with me doing the Pilates, and I'm going to be doing that again too. Um,
Awesome. Yeah, that's sure say that sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
hmm
All
yeah,
right. And finally, Robyn, if
hmm
someone would like to talk to you about their banking needs or know someone that does, how
hmm
can people reach out and contact you?
Oh, Linda, that's easy. My cell phone.
All right.
My business, I have two sets of business cards. One, I just has the office number because sometimes I'm not here. Somebody hands them a card. I haven't talked to that person. But if I talk to somebody, whether I meet them at, an event or it's somebody referred you to me, Linda, you have my cell phone number. So you can text me, you can call me, and I can even see my email on my phone.
Okay.
So,
Great.
and my
Now,
business card will have it on there. And what I do and what my team does is anybody that we work with on their side, they do the same thing. And they tell the customer, put this number in your contacts on your phone. So when you need something, whether it's fixed or you have your daughter's wedding is coming up, all you have to do is look me up in your contacts and I'm there
all
for
right.
you.
So would you give them the phone number so they can put it in their contacts?
And so those people get my business card, which has my cell phone number on my business card. That's one of the things that I say
So
to people, look at my business card. There's my cell phone number. Where else are you going to go, essentially, that they're going to put I mean,
sure.
you don't have to
No.
call an 800 number, but you have to call the office. You call
Right.
me. If I need to call the office to fix it or the 800 number, I'll do that for you.
Okay. So for the people watching this who do not have your physical business card, would you give your business phone number or your email, something like that?
Sure. So my cell phone number is 703-217-3282. And my email is Craig, Craigr, at F as in first, N as in national, B as in bank, hyphen, corp, C as in corporation, O as in oatmeal. I'm like, what word? Okay, COR as in Robin, P as in Paul.com. So it's Craig R at fmb-.com.
All right. Well, Robyn, it has been such a pleasure speaking with you, learning about you and your business. I wish you the best of luck and welcome to Network in Action.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to it. It just sounds awesome.
Great. You have a fantastic day.
You too, Linda.
Thank you.